Welcome back to the Malted Man Cave. I'm Keith.
I'm Dave.
And tonight we're going to be doing a special limited edition from the Highlands. Coming up. Alright, so we're back. And as I said, we're going to be doing a limited edition from Oban. We're going to be doing Oban 18. So, a little bit about this whiskey. It comes in at 43% ABV. Unfortunately, I do think it is chill filtered and there is color added. But in spite of all that, it's still a pretty darn good whiskey. So,
we will find out.
Ohio, finally... Ohio is known for screwing me over. Like, it's just really hard to get good.
She's a cruel mistress.
At a good price, and we just don't have a good selection. And I randomly found this at one of the local liquor stores, and it was only like $115. And normally this goes for like $150 to $200. So I was super pumped when I got this. And even some of the chaps from the UK were even kind of jealous of this. So for once, Ohio came through for me. So I believe every year, Oban sets aside, I think, about 300 barrels for the Oban 18, and every year they set 300 barrels aside for their Distiller's Edition, which I think is matured in Amontillado cask. And I scoured the internet, I looked everywhere, and I could not find what this is matured. I'm sure there's some kind, I'm guessing, some sort of bourbon and sherry maturation. That's how it tastes to me. Could be totally wrong. If you guys know, please leave it in the comments. We'd love to know. Any other questions about Oban or Oban 18, Dave?
No. Where did, like, local in Ohio? You don't have to tell me.
No, it was in
pretty close.
Huber Heights.
Oh, nice.
It's like wine and liquor store, Miami Valley Wine and Spirits. There's one left.
Ooh.
All right, so without further ado, let's get into some whiskey.
Amen.
All right, so what do you got on those? Oh man, this is a really subtle, sweet, subtle. I mean, what else would you expect from Oban? You know, Oban 14. We've done that. You may not remember it.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I think I got oranges for that too.
Yep.
Which is what instantly I was like, oh, Oban.
Yep. And it kind of has that little bit of coastal influence, so it's not super salty, just like slightest hint.
All right, so super I'm not crazy.
Subtle. No, I was slightest hint of salt.
Okay, I was trying to so I was a little bit rushed tonight, and I was trying to think. Keith wasn't rushing me; I was rushing myself. And I almost said salt, but I was like, oh, this isn't a Speyside or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely there. It's not like it's not intense like, you know, Isla whiskeys or you know,
that's what I meant.
Campbelltown, Springbank, Highland Park, but yeah, it's just there a little bit. So what do you got on that?
So oranges right off the bat for me. Cinnamon sticks. I had green apples. I couldn't really tell what kind of apple, but a green apple was what I settled on. Honey Nut Cheerios, and then last I wrote cherry cordial, but it's more of the idea of cherry cordial because I don't think I've ever actually had cherry cordial. But if I did have cherry cordial, I would imagine it smelling like. Yeah.
So immediately I get, you know, that little slight subtle hint of saltiness, and then it's immediately followed by like floral, like lilies, daisies. And then I get all this, like, same thing I get with Oban 18, except for richer and a little bit better. It's like marzipan, this like kind of saltwater taffy, like orange flavored saltwater taffy. A little bit of cashews, again, just marzipan is really, it's like, it smells like candy almost. Like alcoholic candy.
Like hardened alcohol.
Yeah. It has a little bit of that waxy character that Clynelish has.
Could that be from the chill filtering and the...
No,
that would be more the sharpness.
Normally you would think chill filtration, when you chill filter it, it almost kind of takes a little bit of that waxy, like the kind of like viscous, like coating.
The oils.
Kind of takes it out a little bit. Candied cinnamon apples. Like you got, cause didn't you say green apple?
You looking at my notes?
Yeah, I'm copying. Such a connoisseur now, Dave. Dave, we don't have a notes board. How many times do I have to tell you?
No, I mean like my notes when I was writing them over there.
Pears, cashews, and there's a cream. I put milk and manuka honey.
Ooh, so fancy.
Milk and manuka honey.
Manuka honey.
You know what I do that my wife thinks is so crazy? So I'm trying to eat a little healthier, and at night I have a little protein, and then I'm having fruit. I put like blueberries.
Yeah.
And I put milk in it. And then I put a little whipped cream on top.
So it's like dessert.
So I'm pretty much undoing everything like
no, but
healthy.
It's like, but it's like
for
dessert.
me, that's a healthier than like I'm gonna go pound some zebra cakes and
right.
You know what I mean? And there's like a creamy, like rich milk and manuka honey.
I like it, man. You find your
juicy fruit bubblegum. Vanilla, potpourri, and then it's like milk chocolate and white chocolate. I don't even know if you can get that, but I feel like
that is an abomination.
But it's like I smell a little milk chocolate, and then it's like, there's a little white chocolate.
Yeah,
too.
no, I understand.
So it's like they're both.
Yeah.
It's not like it's one or the other. They're kind of that's my both.
Yeah, I get it.
What do you got on palate?
The first thing I thought was it reminded me of going to a fair, like, and eating a chocolate dipped apple on a stick. And then also woodchuck. Have you ever had woodchuck apple cider?
Yeah. The alcohol.
Yeah. It reminds me of woodchuck, a can of woodchuck.
The apple is the apple notes are strong in this one.
Well, it is for me, Keith. I'm sorry if I'm a little simple and I'm a little stuck.
Where's this coming from, Dave? Dave's mad at me.
We had a life discussion. Maybe that should be our question of the night.
No, it shouldn't.
Find out later. Tune in later. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear the full story. All right. So woodchuck, and then it also, man, when you drink it, it reminds me of drinking a really dry Merlot.
Real dry.
And then. Have you ever been to Taco Bell or I don't even know.
I've been to Taco Bell.
I don't even know if they have them anymore. But those cinnamon twists.
Oh yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about? That's what it reminds me of. Those puffed cinnamon twists.
Yep.
And then lastly, rounding it out, very orangey.
That's a really good note, Dave. I totally taste that at the end. That's more like the finish for me.
Yeah, I included it.
It's the palate and like into the
Yeah. It starts on the palate and it just cinnamon twist.
It's crazy. It really does taste like it.
Yeah.
Holy cow. So for me, again, a lot of the same notes. I got allspice, cinnamon, milk, manuka honey. This time a little bit more like mild red hot candies. Cashews again, almonds, marzipan, a little bit of that like waxiness, orange, vanilla. This time it's like orange flavored Laffy Taffy and banana flavored Laffy Taffy. And then a little bit of juicy fruit bubblegum again. And now that you say it, Taco Bell cinnamon twist.
Cinnamon twist, cinnamon puff thing.
It's like, yeah.
Oh man, it's right at the end of the palate and then it just carries it right through.
So it's really good. If this was a higher ABV, Daddy would really like.
Yeah, and why? You don't have to chill filter. You don't have to color.
I know.
That's all right. It's probably going to be in everything.
It's extra work.
It's probably going to be in everything.
I mean, I understand why the industry kind of started. So, I mean, a lot of people back in the day. So you know that if they don't chill filter it, you know that it can get like kind of hazy. And like if it gets like you put an ice cube in, it looks like all murky, and like people who don't know, they're like, "Ew, what's going on? Like, what is it all?"
Oh, I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
For
Whereas the rest of us, no, we know like that's good. That's the oily goodness that we want.
But part of whiskey is presentation.
Exactly.
So.
And half the people that drink whiskey, the ones that are drinking like the really high end, most of them aren't whiskey geeks. They're like, "Oh, I'm drinking my Macallan 30th. It cost me $10,000." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all they care about color and presentation. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right. Finish. How's the finish for you?
Oranges, apples, cinnamon, all on the way out. A little heat to it on the tongue, and that dry feeling. And part of that is, I think part of that dryness is what makes that cinnamon turn into that kind of that
Puppy?
Yeah.
So for me, the finish is the one negative spot. It's just...
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of fleeting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of thin.
Fleeting. It's fleeting for me.
It's kind of... It's there and then it's gone.
It's gone.
Okay, Paul.
Like... Has anybody seen Blade Runner?
So for me, it's just like a short to like... No, it's not even a medium finish. It's short. It's real thin. It's really pleasant. Again, like you said, it goes like Taco Bell, cinnamon twist, like that puffy mixed with the cinnamon goodness. Marzipan, cashews, like the orange flavored saltwater taffy. It's all there and it's all delicious. It's just a little thin. This would be amazing, and I probably would not get that thin taste if the ABV was higher and if they didn't chill filter.
Yeah.
So this is still a really good whiskey and a really good flavored whiskey. Just wish the presentation was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Malted Man Cave Mark, what are you going to give this?
I enjoyed it. I'm going to say upper 80s, man. 88 for me is what I would probably put it at. It's good.
I'm going to give this an 89 out of 100. If this was at cast strength or like 48%,
I'm right there with you, man.
It would, and not chill filtered, this would probably be like a 92.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
even
I'm right
higher.
there. I'm right there with you.
The flavors are really, really good in this. The subtlety is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really complex, really soft, but they could just really drive home those flavors a lot better if the ABV was higher. So, Oban, you made it a fantastic whiskey. Just make it a little bit better. Crank up the ABV.
Make it to our specifications, please.
You will listen to us, Diageo.
Two guys from Ohio.
Question of the night.
Question of the night.
Take it away, Dave B.
So, if you could choose any book, movie, really anything in popular culture, literature, a world, a universe that is within that, like you could say something strange, or like anything. Middle Earth, you could go to Narnia, you could be...
Narnia.
Yeah.
For Aslan.
You could even be in the X-Men universe. You could even be...
Do I get to pick who I am in that universe? Because that would make a big difference between being...
No. You would have to work your way. You would have to do your thing.
Okay. Well...
Okay, let's say this. You have a chance to become something great in that universe.
Okay.
All right?
I mean, I know you said it, and I may have even come to this without you saying it, but I love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah?
I love Lord of the Rings.
That'd be an awesome.
So I would say either that, Middle Earth in Lord of the Rings, or I love Roman history. And
So,
like Gladiator.
Yeah.
Like, just living in that time.
Yeah.
I think it would be really cool to live in Roman. Other than like when they crucified people and a lot of like lined the room, the road. What was the name of that road that led to Rome? The Appian Way. Yeah, they did some effed up stuff. You know what they used to like when the slaves, like Spartacus, the revolt, or like sometimes with Christians, they would like crucify them, like every like 15 feet, and then they'd like pour tar on them and like light them. That was like their lighting system, leading the way to Rome.
I always heard that they would use the female slaves. They would turn them upside down and dip their heads in hot wax, and then they would make them stand in the gardens and light their hair.
Yeah, I take back the Roman, the civilization.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth would be better.
Middle Earth. Orcs.
Yeah.
Battling orcs.
Yeah.
Saruman.
I ain't scared of orcs. I ain't scared. What about you?
Man, so, I'm gonna have to go with, I was thinking all kinds of things. I was thinking maybe Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Space Jam world.
Are you serious?
Space Jam universe. If I could be that.
Are they making another one? Is LeBron going to be in?
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised he's doing it. Does he want to make a name for himself and not like
it's Disney. It's Disney money. Yeah, and that's an iconic. I don't think he has any problem.
I think he likes money, man. I've heard an interview with Dwayne Wade, and he said that, like, LeBron is like the cheap because he grew up poor.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like he's not a jerk, but like if he can like go pick something up and like not have it delivered and saved, like that's the kind of stuff that he would do, or like he does his own like ironing instead of like having like
nice, good for him,
about to be a billionaire.
Right.
It's crazy.
Looney
Tunes, huh?
No, I'm gonna pick. Man, it's kind of boring, but I would pick Middle Earth's counterpart, which I already said, which would be Narnia.
Narnia's awesome.
Yeah, I would pick Narnia because I feel like Narnia is a little more redemptive of a.
We're such dorks. We're gonna lose subscribers. Middle Earth and Narnia.
I feel like Narnia has.
So we've kind of got off the rails this evening.
Who cares?
Great question of the night. Oban 18, it's really good. If you find this for around 115, 120 bucks, it's a great buy.
Yeah.
200 bucks, kind of pushing it for this. If it was higher ABV, not chill filtered, I'd probably pay 200 bucks for it. Mm-hmm. At cask strength, any day, all day, every day.
Any day, all day.
Malted Man Cave approved. If you can find it, go get it. Thank you guys as always for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you have a question of the night, help us come up with some questions.
Very repetitive.
So, thank you guys as always, and
Sky Burial.